Imagine this. You're heading into your junior season of fast pitch. You've been playing ever since you were 7. Ever since state last spring, you've been working your heart out to prepare to have a better and stronger season. In the summer, you played in countless tournaments and summer leagues. Then in the fall, you coached a middle school team. That way you can be immersed in the sport in a different way. Then in the fall, you pushed your body physically so that you could be ready for the season. Well, your 2 glorious weekends into the season, and you come home saying how they're the best season yet and how it's going to be so good and you can't wait for state this year. Little did you know that second Friday of practice was actually your last day of softball for the entire season. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but this is actually what happened to me. However, that's not where the story stops. In fact, it kind of starts there, because when I got home that day after I was quarantined, I called up my teammate and said, let's work out together. And so, ever since that day, we worked out over FaceTime every day, because we weren't going to stop training for our season. We weren't going to stop training for senior season and life in general. We weren't going to stop pushing ourselves. And so we did that. And through that process of working out every day over quarantine that we were stuck in, I learned something. I learned that working out over quarantine has some major, major benefits, and I'm going to be sharing those benefits with you today. My name is Sailor Terrell, and I have a huge passion for exercising. I love it so much, and I actually do it a lot. I've done it almost every day of quarantine, and I do it a lot before that also. Along with that, I have also been taught by my aunt, who's a personal trainer, and my different coaches and fitness instructors who have poured their passions to kindle my passion for the fitness world even more. So, the 3 benefits that I've learned that I'm going to be talking about is the first one is the physical benefits. Obviously, exercising impacts your body physically, and it does some very specific ways for how it can impact you specifically over quarantine. The other reason is that it impacts you mentally. Exercise allows your mind to clear up and do some very, very amazing things, which is crucial over quarantine. And the third one is that exercising over quarantine can give you a routine that you are lacking in, which is super, super important. So, heading right into it, although my season was a no-go, I had this new thing, exercising, to pour my heart into so that I could have a goal to keep working towards as I was impacted really physically and my body could be strengthened. So, I've learned that it impacts your body specifically in a couple ways that are really important during quarantine. So the first way would be that it impacts your bones and joints and muscles to make them stronger. The Center for Disease and Control, which is a website that is devoted to putting out reliable information on the medical world, they put out an article on May 8th, 2020 that explains how when you have strong bones and joints and muscles, it allows you to do normal everyday activities. So in quarantine, when you may not be out like mountain biking or going on huge crazy outdoor physical demanding activities, you need to do the everyday activities, like get up to do the dishes or walk your dog around the park. They're super important things. So having strong bones and joints and muscles allows you to do those things. Along with that, having strong bones prevents different diseases like arthritis or bone loss density problems. So that's the first one. It strengthens your bones and muscles and joints. Along with that, it also affects your immunity. When you work out and exercise and get your body moving, it impacts your immunity so that it strengthens it. WebMD, which is the most popular medical resource website right now, posted an article that explains how when you exercise and when your body's moving, your immunity is supported, and it strengthens your immunity so you can fight off different things like colds and flus. Now in this world of quarantine and COVID-19, immunity is a very, very hot topic, as everyone's trying to strengthen their immunity to not get sick and not get sick and not get sick. And so one way you can do that is by exercising, and that makes it very important to do over quarantine, even more so than normal, so that you can strengthen your immunity to fight off the unwanted attackers. So those are the first 2. Then the third one is that obviously it helps you control your weight. Now, weight is a very popular topic in the fitness world, how you control and losing weight. But you can actually do that very, very specifically. Meadowline Plus, which is a company that provides medical information also, and it's backed up by the National Library, posted an article on August 30th, 2020, and 17 that explains the very specific ways you can control your weight. It says that, like, when you take in food, if you want to maintain your weight, you will burn off the amount that you eat. But if you want to lose weight, you're going to burn more than you actually take in. So through that very specific, like, basis of weight loss and weight control, it shows you that you can really control your weight and that your weight's in your own hands. Still in quarantine, when you're not out and sports have been canceled and gyms have been closed, it's important to maintain that so that you can control your weight and maintain that and keep it in your grip. Well, moving right along. The other way, beside from physical activity and physical health, it also impacts your mind and your mental state. With the disappointments that I had from softball and other things being canceled, my mind was not very happy and I was really, really disappointed. But exercise played a huge role into making my mind be more stable and healthy, and so I could sort out my thoughts. And it does that in some really specific ways that are actually backed up by science. American Fitness, which is a website that provides fitness information and actually gives personal trainers their certificates to actually be a personal trainer, they posted an article on October 30th, 2019 called Exercise and Depression that talks about the science behind the mental effect that exercise has. It explains how when you exercise, endorphins are produced in mass production, and how your body needs to have a balance of endorphins and cortisol. Now, cortisol is the stress depression hormone that when people who are depressed, or, well, we all have it, but when they're depressed, they go into mass production. So often, the stress depressant hormone, the cortisol, is a higher rate than the endorphin, but they need to be at the same rate for you to live a healthy mental life. And so the way to get your endorphins to boost up so that you can be balanced is by exercising. So you exercise and your endorphins get pushed up and they're balanced out and you can live a healthier, happier life, which is really, really amazing. Along with that, in the same article, American Fitness explained how exercising gives you like a time out. It gives you a break from the different crazy things and thoughts that are flowing around in your head all the time. In this world of quarantine and COVID-19, again, there's so many things you don't know what to believe, and everything on the social media is telling you things, and you need a break. Well, exercising gives you that break. When you work out, it lets you stop being focused on all the surrounding external factors, but it lets you focus on what's happening right now. So you're only focused on your body and what it's doing, and it gives you what American Fitness called a timeout. It gives you that time out from life to take a break. Well, going off of that timeout, Time Magazine, which is one of the most popular and longest standing magazines in the nation, posted an article on September 1, 2016 that explains how exercising also helps your brain, and helps your brain function, like the science of it. It says how when your blood's flowing and your body's exercising and moving, the blood is flowing better and more efficiently to your brain, and more blood vessels can be made and created. And so through that process, it allows your brain to focus better and to be more concentrated, which is really, really important. I've seen this in my life, especially over quarantine. Sometimes when I've been doing online school, my brain just like stops working and I can't think of anything at all. And so I go and do a workout and come back and I'm able to do it better than I was that entire day because the blood was flowing and because I was able to focus so much more after that. Moving on. While we're all trapped at home with really nothing to do, exercising helps you with the physical and mental side of your health, but it also gives you routine, which is incredibly important. Now, before quarantine, I always thought routine was boring and I didn't want it because my life would get so mundane and I didn't want to do the same thing over and over and over again. However, science proves that it's actually incredibly crucial to have that routine. You need it in your life because when I was stripped of it, I didn't know what to do. The HuffPost, which is a commonly used news aggregator, posted an article on August 20th, 2015 that explains how your body and your routine move in sync. And so when your life is going, your body will catch up to that and your body will work for you. That's what they said. The HuffPost explained it as their body will working for you when they're in sync. So when you have a routine, your body catches on and your mind and your body flow together. However, when that routine is crushed and you don't have routine, they flow on different tracks and it's confusing and your body's going one way and your mind is going another way. So to have a one constant, and exercise could be that constant, so have one constant, your body and your mind can work together and they flow and it works for you. And it's really, really important because your life can move again more efficiently. Another thing in quarantine that I have found to be a huge problem in my life is time wasting. I waste so much time when I want to be productive, but there's not really a lot for me to do, and so I waste a lot of time scrolling on Instagram or social media. And Entrepreneur, which is a magazine that's been going since 1977, posted an article on April 20th, 2014 that explained those things that take up your time and waste your time. They called them time bandits. So in quarantine, I guess time bandits have been coming a lot and they've been taking my time, so I'm not productive and my time is wasted. However, having that routine in your life can help you prevent from giving your time away to the time bandits. It lets you use your time efficiently and better so that you can use it to be productive. Finishing up. Life does not look how I thought it would 3 months ago. I thought I would be having a softball season. I thought I would be at state last weekend. However, that has not happened. But through it all, I have learned that exercising during quarantine provides some amazing, amazing benefits. Yes, I didn't get my softball season, but instead I have fitness to work towards and a new goal to put my drive into and my heart into. As I provide and help my body physically get better and healthier, mentally be stronger and ready for whatever life throws at me, and it gives me a routine so that my body and my mind can flow together, letting me save time and use it efficiently. I wanted to share with you the benefits that exercising provides for you, especially over quarantine. Thank you.